Hello viewers, here we have a Uniden EXP-370 telephone, and I was asked to do a series of videos on this telephone by somebody whose name escapes me at the moment, but you know who you are. This video is for you and anybody else who finds it interesting. So just going to do a overview of this telephone. So this is analog 900 megahertz. The charging contacts need to be cleaned. This is one of the compact series telephones. Let's see if we can get a look at the information on here. May not be able to because it's I can't even see it in person. Let's see here. Maybe I should have recorded in the front room. Actually, let's do this. Let's see if that help at all. I think you can kind of read that. Try this. Hopefully you can read that. So it does have the wall mount base. You can hang it on the wall. Those two hooks. It's a pretty small base, really. I have opened these up before, and the antenna just kind of resides up on the top here. It's pretty short. It's probably about that long. And for a 900 megahertz, these telephones didn't really have the greatest range. There was certainly a lot better options out there as far as range goes. But practically speaking, these offered plenty of coverage for most average uses. So here's the handset itself. It's pretty small. If you look at like a mouse, for instance, you can see it's not that big. It's not, I mean, they really work up the features on the box, but it doesn't have a whole lot of functionality. It's a pretty basic phone. You make calls, you got redial, you got flash for call waiting, 10 entries for memory, rocket dial, which is kind of a gimmicky feature, channel for different channels. So do talk here. We have 3 volume levels. This thing actually gets pretty loud. The volume, it changes the ringtone as well. Classic Uniden ringtones. No volume control, just 2 different tones. No volume off either, which is kind of annoying. Or at least not that I know of. It does have tone or pulse dialing. Actually, I forget how you change it at the moment. I want to see maybe hold flash. Yeah, I think you hold flash and then maybe hit pound for tone. I mean for pulse. Let's see if I recall correctly. Yep. And of course, this is old enough to have the mechanical relay in there. Pretty cool sound. So put it back on tone because that's all I can dial out with now, unfortunately. So the rocket dial function, it just turned the telephone on and dial whatever was in memory 1. So let's store a number. So rocket dial turns it on, and we'll dial whatever was in number 1. If you're in talk and you want to dial memory 1. Redial. Also function is pause, so we do type in 203, a couple pauses, get those numbers in a few seconds. We have channel, I'm going to turn it back on and do that. Get interference, which is pretty uncommon for 900. You got your channel button to change that out. One of the things I always liked about these telephones was that the volume really quite good. Both the incoming and outgoing volume really quite good. People always say they can hear me well when I'm talking on these phones. The battery, this is not the original battery, would have come with a BT904, which is the two AA cell packs, 650 milliamps nickel cadmium, I believe. That's that. Probably won't be able to read this information there, but we'll try anyways. No, I guess you can read it. It's better than the other one. So, let's go ahead and call this thing up. Do a test call here. It does have auto talk, and demonstrate that as well. Let me grab the other phone. And here we go. Let's get this in view first. See, both the talk light and the status light will flash when it rings. That turns on. When this was ringing, if you wanted to mute the ringer per call, hit the end button. That will cancel out the ringer, but just for that call, it's not a ring off per se. So I'll turn the volume up and I'll speak in this telephone. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1. So there's that. And I'll turn that back down so I don't go deaf next time I use the phone. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is picking up some feedback. Oh boy, that's not good. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can hear that the audio quality of this telephone, even though it's a cheaper telephone, is really quite good. Now, I'm not speaking very loudly at all, and it's still coming through pretty clearly. So I'll hang it up now. And of course, it didn't take because the charging contacts aren't working too well. So we'll just do this. Alright, so I think that's going to conclude. That was rude. Turn that off. Okay. I think that's going to conclude this video. There's not too much else to say about this telephone. I will have 2 other videos on this telephone coming out. One is going to be a range test, and one is going to be the history behind this telephone, which is a video topic I've never done before. So if that gets a lot of views, maybe I'll do that with some other phones. So that's all for now. Thank you for watching. Comment, subscribe, and out.